satisfied with the performance?
No, we weren't. It was a good hit out, and it was good to get the win. But we just spoke about it after the game. Just our consistency just wasn't there throughout the game. We had some really good patches where when we were on, we were really damaging. But a few patches there where they kicked a couple of goals in a row that we weren't very happy with. So we just touched on that, and we'll work on that in the next 2 weeks.
Did you learn more from the 3 quarters where you weren't so hot than the 3rd quarter when you did light it up?
I think so. I mean, we're confident in our ability to put teams to the sword when we're on, and I guess those 3 quarters where we just fell away a little bit is what we've got to take the learning from, and over the next 2 weeks really figure out what's going on in those patches so we don't have it in round 1.
The defence has been a big focus all pre-season. I guess as you're talking about, that was patchy during the game. How do you fix that in the next 2 weeks so it's tip-top for round 1?
Yeah, we'll review the game properly during the week and go from there. But whether it's a concentration thing, whether it's our first crack at 90 rotations and it was really hot and blokes just got a bit tired. But yeah, we'll review the game and we'll just go from there.
How was the 90?
The 90 rotations, yeah. Well, combined with the heat of the Gold Coast and the humidity, it was pretty solid. And I know by the end of the game, a few of the boys were pretty tired, and something that we have to work on to get the rotations right. If you get stuck on the ground, it can kind of muddle it up a bit. So a few guys spent too much time on the ground at certain times. So it's a learning for all of us to try and get it right. Yeah.
Just for people who would know.
How many times did you come to the pine? How did it compare to previous games?
I think I was about once a quarter, and usually it'd be twice, maybe even 3 times a quarter. So yeah, it's a big difference to adapt to.
Do you feel that quarter by quarter, like within the first quarter, second quarter, is it a progressive thing that you just feel more as the game goes on?
As in fatigue? Yeah. Well, I guess also being our first full-time game, and for myself, obviously didn't play much a couple of weeks ago, so I felt pretty fatigued in the first quarter, just trying to get the legs going. But I think once the year goes on, we'll get more used to it. We've put a lot of work in over the pre-season, so I think we'll be fine and we'll adjust to it pretty quickly.
Just in general terms, how well prepared do you personally and the team feel going into round 1?
Yeah, really well. Like I said, we've done a lot of work over the summer, as all teams have, but the fitness staff have been great. They've put a lot of work into us, and last night I thought we ran the game out pretty well considering the conditions. So yeah, we'll go into round 1 really confident and attack the season.
A couple of the younger boys were really quite impressive. Miller and McGovern, Matty Crouch stood up again in the midfield. Just how good is it to have that competition with spots going into this first round?
Yeah, it's really good, and along with those guys, just saw the stats from the SANFL, and a lot of guys have stepped up there as well. So competition for the spots is on, and wouldn't want to be a coach round 1 because there's a lot of guys trying to put their hand up to play. So that's just great for the squad, and it's great for natural competition.
Just on the SANFL, Brad Crouch and Roy Atkins obviously got sent back there. How pleasing is it to see them respond with big games in that trial? Yeah,
it's really good. Obviously, both blokes were disappointed in what happened, and to go back to the SANFL, and from all reports they've performed really well. So that gets confidence in those guys, and they'll put their hand up for round 1 like everyone else.
And Brad, I guess particularly be a great one to have in there. He's missed a lot of football over the last year. Was that enough footy to go into round 1, do you think, for him?
I guess that's a conversation he's got to have with the fitness staff, but yeah, we're all dying to have him back, and we know what he can do, and we've seen what he's done in the summer in training. So yeah, the sooner we get Brad back, the better.
And personally, do you feel like ready to hit the heights that you had 2 years ago heading into this season? Like you look like you're in really good nick.
Yeah, I've had an uninterrupted pre-season, so I'm confident and working well with the backs and pods, and we've got a really good system going back there. So I'm confident I can go into this year and have a good impact.
How much did it help you having a bloke like Seedsman who brings similar attributes and maybe a few other players for teams to worry about, not just you up there?
Yeah, I guess it is good. He's come in, he's had a good impact around the group, and he's playing some good footy, that run and carry as well. So if me and him can work together on that wing half-back rotation, and hopefully we'll work together well during the year.